Hey, what's going on? I just got back from orientation. I was down there for 2 days. It was a lot of fun. I actually made a video before this talking about what I thought orientation was going to be like, and I think I was close, but I was definitely wrong on some stuff. I think there was a lot fewer kids out there that were just being crazy and being crazy in terms of oh, let's get numbers, we're gonna be best friends, all that stuff like I talked about. Not so many of those people, but there was definitely some kids there, and I think one thing that I was not expecting as much was the immaturity of some of the kids. Seemed like we were all sophomores in high school, but I mean there wasn't a lot of kids like that. But it was definitely noticeable, and it was impressive, very, very impressive. And there wasn't as much of the kind of childish, getting to know each other games, things like that, the kind of forced interactions that counselors will do a lot at camps and stuff like that. There was not that much of that, which I thought was nice, because I think that we're mature enough that we should have been able to make our friendships and talk to people on our own and not having to be forced into it by some counselors, upperclassmen. Avantis was what they were called at my place, my college. So yeah, but I mean orientation, it's definitely nice. It was exciting for me to see my dorm and all that stuff, where I was going to be living. I signed up for classes. All that stuff was really, really exciting, and that was the first time I saw the campus, and so I think that was kind of the bigger thing for me, was just being able to be on campus for the first time and experience what I'm going to be doing for the next 4 years of my life, at least. Well, maybe 5. We'll see how well I do in my math classes, in my English, and sciences, and histories, and my electives also. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Try to make it 5 years, because why not, right? Ooh. It's 90% Captain Morgan's, 10% Diet Coke. I don't drink Diet Coke, by the way. So I think some advice for people going into orientation would just be not afraid to just talk to someone that's just sitting right next to you and just say, hey, where are you from? What are you majoring in? Where are you living next year? Stuff like that. Just to get to know anyone. And I wouldn't say, I was making fun of the kids, or not making fun of, but I was criticizing kind of the kids that were like, oh, let's get my number, all that stuff. But it's definitely not a bad thing to just say, let me get your number. Obviously, don't do that in the first 5 seconds of your conversation. But if you're hanging out for a little while, and just say, get my number, hit me up later and we can hang out, or hit me up when we're back at school and we can hang out, do something on the weekend. Don't close anyone off too early. Everyone is an opportunity. Everyone is a potential friend. Everyone is a potential person to know someone that you could be friends with, become friends with, anything like that. So it's never a bad idea to, just say, yeah, what are you doing later, all that stuff. And so I met a couple really nice people, and so that was just pretty much how I did it. Just sat next to someone and just started talking to them, and I think that someone like that, they're just as nervous as you are, and they want to meet new people. That'd be probably the biggest piece of advice, and all the other stuff is just kind of try to go down there as prepared as possible. If the school tells you to do something before you get down there, do it. If you're signing up for classes at orientation, kind of try to take a peek before you go down there, because I really did not do that, and I probably should have. Some schools, the bigger schools, probably, I would say, I don't know if this happens in the smaller schools, but definitely at the bigger schools, there probably will be an opportunity party over the 2 nights that you're down there at orientation, 1, 2, 3 nights. And I'm not saying don't do it, because I did it. But I'm just saying, don't get crazy, don't go out, think it's your first night of college. If you've never drank before, definitely don't drink that much. Just take it easy. And I went out, and there were some kids, and they were getting wicked drunk, and they had to be up at 7 o'clock the next morning, and I don't know if some of them didn't, but I wouldn't be surprised, because some of them were pretty fucked up. You have 4 years to get drunk, do whatever you want, do all that stuff. So I mean, I went out and I had fun. I met a couple of the older guys, but I was responsible enough, because I'm so mature, to not get blackout drunk, and then stumble across campus. And so yeah, I think that's kind of it. That was my experience with orientation. Some advice, nitpits of advice, nitpits of advice. So yeah, I think my next video will probably just be moving in. I got some hot shit coming your way, so stay tuned. Alright, it's Grant up here in Maine, GMCtv. See ya. Oh,